Hi friends, this is Shamini from SNS College of Technology MBA department, and this is the second video on data interpretation. And in this video I'm going to explain some concepts with examples, and also I'm going to give you three important tips which has been used to solve your data interpretation problems which have been asked in your interview questions like that. So now let's go into the topic. The first important tip is use a physical calculator and a notepad. So online proctored tests disallow candidates from using calculated software applications in desktop, laptop or mobile device where the test is being given. So however, a separate handheld calculator can be used to calculate a few difficult calculations, and use a notebook with a pencil to jot down the relevant numbers to help you in making quick calculations. Okay, so you have to keep on practicing using the notepad so that it will be very easy and you will get quick access to the calculations in future also. So the second step is, while calculating the averages, it is easier to assume an approximate mean and calculation average of differences from that mean. So if a question is, what is the average mark scored by the student across all 6 periodical exams? If the question is asked like that, and you have to assume that if the graph, that is the linear or line graph is given, means you have to assume that the mean is 380. It may be given in our option. So the difference from the assumed mean or minus 20 minus so that is, if you keep it as 380 and the first mark is 360, which is minus 20, and second is 365, so minus 15, third is 370 minus 10, and the fourth is 385, which is plus 5, and next is 400, which is plus 20 from 380, and the next is 405, which is plus 25 from 380 mean that you have assumed. So the average of all the differences 0.8333. So the average max is equal to assumed mean plus average differences. So your answer would be 380.833. So if you do like this, you can it is very time consuming and you can easily come out with the answer, and you can move on to the next question as well. So the next step is percentage of change, increase or decrease, which is calculated by difference divided by original value into 100. Okay, so this is the linear or line graph which has been given to you, and the question is, if the expenditure in 2000 is 25% more than expenditure in 1997, then the income in 1997 is what percent less than the income in 2000. So for that, the solution is, assume that expenditure in 1997 is rupees 100. We are assuming it as rupees 100. So expenditure in 2000 is rupees 125. Okay, so profit in 1997 is what, which is 45 rupees, so which is a 45% of your expenditure. So income in 1997 is rupees 145. So profit in 2000 will be 75, which is 60% of your expenses, and income is 2000 is rupees 200. So change in income from 2000 to 1997 is equal to change divided by original value 200. So the change is rupees 55. Okay, so you have to subtract 200 by 145, you will get 55 divided by the original value is, that is 200 rupees, which is the income in 2000 into 100, so that you will get 27.5%. So these are all the three important tips you have to keep in mind while calculating the percentage or average, mean, like that in the questions. Okay, now let's go into the example. So this is the bar graph for 6 consecutive years. Okay, ഇതിൽ the blue color building a bar which represents the exports, whereas the red color bar or building which represents the import in the 6 years. Okay, for the 6 consecutive years. So the first question is, for all the years mentioned, what is the average of the exports? So for that, you have to add all the export quantities, and you have to divide it it by 6. So you will get your answer as, you have to add 60, 110, 120, 120, 150, 140. Okay, so by adding all these numbers and you have to divide it by 6 and you will get an answer as 125. So the correct option is correct option is C, and your answer is rupees 125. So the next question is the same graph for the numbers given in the figure below. What will be the average annual growth for the imports done from 2001 to 2005? அதாவது 2001 இருந்து 2005 வரைக்கும் average growth என்ன அப்படின்னு சொல்லி கேட்டிருக்காங்க. ஓகே, for that so imports வந்து இப்போ எவ்வளோ இருக்குது? imports done in 2001 வந்து 110, 2005 வந்து 190. okay, so the annual growth rate வந்து அது changes. so 190 minus 110 divided by actual is 110 into 100. so you will get 72.72%. so இதே வந்து அது average தான் எடுக்கணும். so இந்த percentage வந்து you have to divide it by 5 because 2001 இருந்து தான் கேட்டிருக்காங்க, 2000 கேட்கல. so 2001 இருந்து 2005 வரைக்கும் you have 5 years. so 72.72 divided by 5 which is equal to 14.5. okay, so the correct answer is 14.5 and you have to select the option as D. okay, and we'll move on to the next question. For the same graph, in how many years does the export as well as import increases as compared to the previous years, and among them in how many years was the percentage increase in export was greater than the percentage increase in import? so for this, you have to and the import la evlo irukku, export la evlo irukku appdin solliட்டு you have to find it out. so out of all the years given in the figure, the import and exports are compared to previous or increased in every year except 2000 and 2003. சரியா? so exports தான் பார்க்குறோம். ஸோ எக்ஸ்போர்ட்டை விட இம்போர்ட் வந்து அதிகமாக தான் ஆகிட்டுருக்கு. எப்போ தவிர அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோன்னா 2003 தவிர மற்ற எல்லா இயர்லேயுமே வந்து இதாகிட்டு தான் இருக்குது. ஸோ அதனால் out of the four in which import and exports have increased, no year does the percentage increases in export is greater than the percentage increase in the import. so the correct answer is 0. so you have to select an option as A. okay va? so next question, out of the given years in how many did the export was 10% was more than 10% as compared to the import? so in the year 2000 exports were 60 while the imports were 50. okay, so 10% of 50 is 5, so total will be 55. so here 60 is greater than 55. similarly in 2001 it is 110, so 10% of 100. so in 2002 which is 120 which is less than 130. for 2003 120 is greater, so 10% of 100. so for 2004 150 which is less than 10% of 140. in 2005 190 which is less than 10% of 180. so there are years, that is 2000 and 2003, where exports were 100% greater than the imports. so the correct answer is here is 2. அந்த 2 வருஷம் மட்டும்தான் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆயிருக்கு 10%. சரியா? ஸோ அதனால் you have to select an option B. okay, so we'll move on to the next problem. that is இது இப்போ வந்து tabular form. so tabular formல இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஷோரூமில் வந்து ஏபிசிடி அப்படிங்கிற EF 4 ஷோரூம் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. 4 ஷோரூமில் வந்து லைக் சேல்ஸ் அந்த மாதிரி வந்து இயர்ஸ் ஃபார் த 5 consecutive years வந்து they have given, and the question is how many percentage of mobile phones were sold by the showroom E in 2008 less than the showroom A in 2010. okay, so for this, first you have to calculate the total number of mobile phones that were sold by E in 2008, which is 239. okay, next then a total number of mobile phones that were sold by A in 2010 is 278. So the reduction in percentage will be 278 minus 239 divided by 278 into 100, which is 14.02 percentage. Okay, so as the values in the question அது வந்து round off பண்ணிருக்கிறதுனால நம்மளோட answer வந்து 14.02 னு கிடைச்சிருக்கு, which is nearest to 14. That is the option C. Okay, so the correct option is C, that is 14%. Okay, so the next question is same graph. What will be the average number of mobile phones sold by all the showrooms in the year 2007? So 2007 la evlo and 5-6 showrooms liyo evlo average mobile phone sold icon we have to find it out. For that we have to add all this that is all the numbers, that is 178, 272, 269, 98 plus 379 plus 198. இது எல்லாத்தையும் add பண்ணி you have to divide it by 6. You will get 215.66. So the round off பண்ணி இங்க இருக்கிற ஆன்சருக்கு எது நியரஸ்ட்னு பார்த்தோம்னா 215. So your answer is option A, 215. Okay, and your next is related to radar or web. ஸோ இது வந்து இந்த மாதிரி ரேடார் இல்லைன்னா ஸ்பைடர் இந்த மாதிரி வெப் மாதிரியான கொஸ்டின்ஸும் கொடுத்துருப்பாங்க. ஸோ இதிலிருந்து யூ மே பி ஆஸ்க் சம் கொஸ்டின்ஸ் லைக் which share shows the maximum percentage change in value in 2004 over its value in 2001 of the company. Option is W, X or Y. Okay, so here the correct option is X. Okay, the option is B. Answer வந்து இதுக்கு வந்து X. சரிங்களா? ஸோ மேக்ஸிமம் பர்சன்டேஜ் சேஞ்ச் இன் வேல்யூஸ்னு பார்த்தோம்னா இதுக்கு வந்து எக்ஸில் வந்து பார்த்திங்கன்னா 30 இல்லை 20 வருது. டபிள்யூக்கு வந்து பார்த்திங்கன்னா யூ வில் கெட் சம் 10. இந்த மாதிரி ஒவ்வொரு இதுக்கும் மைனஸ் பண்ணி பார்க்கும்போது எதுக்கு மேக்ஸிமம் வருதுன்னா நம்மளுக்கு எக்ஸுங்கிறதுக்கு தான் வருது. ஸோ அதனால் வி ஹேவ் டு கோ வித் an option B. Okay, and your next question is which share shows the highest percentage change in the value over any two consecutive months. So here the correct option is option B, QX da. Okay va? And your next is the line graph. So what percentage will be the number of girls in school A out of total number of girls in all schools? So எல்லா ஸ்கூல்ஸில் இருக்கிற கேர்ள்ஸ் you have to first find it out. அப்போ வந்து எல்லா ஸ்கூலில் இருக்கிற கேர்ள்ஸ் வந்து யார் என்னென்ன நம்பர் வருதுன்னா மேபி அரௌண்ட் 2750, 4000, 3500, 4250 and 3250. ஓகேவா? ஸோ டோட்டலாக உங்களுக்கு வந்து பார்த்திங்கன்னா 17750 வரும். அதில் ஏ ஸ்கூலுக்கு மட்டும் பார்க்கணும். அப்போ ஏ ஸ்கூல் 2750. ஸோ 2750 டிவைடட் பை 17750 into 100 போட்டோம்னா you will get 15.4%. ஸோ நம்மளுக்கு நியரஸ்ட் இது ஆப்ஷன் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஏ ஆப்ஷன் 15%. ஸோ you have to select A. Okay, so next, which class has the percentage of boys and girls as part of total students in all the schools? So from the figure you can see the highest of boys and girls in one school. It's in D. D ல தான் நிறைய பேர் இருக்காங்க. As the base for all the school remains the same. Okay, so the option is D. Okay, next, if இது வந்து ஒரு கேஸ், இப்போ கேஸ்லெட் ஃபார்ம் மாதிரி ஒரு சின்ன கேஸ் கொடுத்துட்டு you will be asked some questions. If Shyam can spare an extra of rupees 2500 which is to be paid to the watch dealer and the money lender from his monthly earnings start from the first month itself, which scheme would Shyam choose? ஸோ இப்போ எந்த ஸ்கீம் வந்து ஷாம் வந்து சூஸ் பண்ணணும் அப்படிங்கிறத மாதிரி நம்ம வந்து கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். ஓகே, ஸோ இதில் வந்து from the given data the amount that has to be taken for the second installment is rupees 5,000. So the monthly expense of Shyam is will be rupees 500 per month plus monthly installment of rupees 110 per month to the money lender. So the total repayment will be 1,600. If Shyam opts for first installment, that he needs to borrow rupees 10,000 because Shyam has to pay a monthly installment of 1,041.66 to the money lender. This is because, okay, for the amount more than 9,000, so 25% tax is charged to the amount will be 10,000 plus 2,500 for 12 months. So in addition, he needs to pay extra amount of rupees 1,100 to the money lender. So the total amount will be 2,141.66 per month. So இதில் வந்து ஸோ நியரஸ்ட் அமௌண்ட் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 1,100 rupees வந்து ஒரு எக்ஸ்ட்ரா பே பண்ணிகிட்டே இருக்கணும். அதனால் we have to go with an option C. So C is the correct option. Okay, and next is the pie chart. So some bank ஓட market share எல்லாமே வந்து கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. If the value of the market share of BOI, Bank of India, is 4,000 crore, then the market share of Bank of Baroda and Axis Bank together is what? Okay, இது வந்து நம்ம வந்து கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். ஸோ இதில் வந்து this is the most common question. இந்த மாதிரி questions கேட்பாங்க. You will be given the share price and based on its comparison with the percentage given in the question. Okay, so in this question you can see Bank of India accounts for 11% of the total market, and this 11% is equal to 4,000 crores, which has been given in the question. So to calculate the total market share of BOB, Bank of Baroda and Axis, the formula will be 67 divided by 11 into that 4,000. So your answer will be, if you calculate this, you will get 24,363. So your option is A. Okay, and second question is, if the total market share other than Axis and BOB is rupees 335 crores, 1,000 crore, then find the market share of BOI and HDFC banks. Okay, so இங்கே வந்து இந்த pie chartல you can determine the total market share with market share of Axis and BOE in terms of percentage, 67%, which is equal to 335,000 crore. So in addition to this, the other banks that are left account for 33%, which are equal to 35,000 crore. So HDFC and BOI rendu same equal to the market share of 27%. So market share in terms of crores நம்ம explain பண்ணும்போது 27% ரெண்டு பத்தோடு சேர்த்து 27 into அந்த total 335,000 crore divided by remaining அந்த 33% மற்ற பேங்கோடது போட்டோம்னா you will get 274,090 crore, 274,090 crores வந்து you will get it. So your correct option is option B. Okay, so thank you for your patience listening. இந்த மாதிரி இந்த இருக்கிறதே வந்து நீங்களே அப்படியே நான் இப்போ சொன்ன ஃபார்மேட்டில் நீங்கள் ஒர்க் அவுட் பண்ணுங்கள் நோட் பேட் வச்சு. ஸோ இஃப் யூ ஹேவ் எனி டவுட் ப்ளீஸ் ஃபீல் ஃப்ரீ டு காண்டாக்ட் மீ. ஓகே, தேங்க் யூ ஸோ மச்.